employed there since 2006, and it has been a blast. Sherman Park is my home, has been my home from birth until current. I've chosen to raise my family in Sherman Park because I believe in the community that we live within. But it takes all of us together to be engaged and to take back our neighborhoods. We can no longer just sit around and complain about all the negatives, the crime, the garbage. We need to now start thinking on a more positive level about our neighborhood and really looking at the middle market that we live within. Just to give you a background about what Healthy Neighborhoods is, how many of you have heard of it? Oh, wonderful, that's good. Healthy Neighborhoods Initiative is not only in Sherman Park, there are now 7 neighborhoods within the city of Milwaukee who are taking this initiative to their neighborhoods. Healthy Neighborhoods is not a program. It is a way of thinking about middle market neighborhoods. What is a middle market neighborhood, you ask? It's not the best of the neighborhoods, it's not the worst of the neighborhoods. It's a neighborhood right in the middle. It has lots of amenities, but yet it's vulnerable to negative change. Part of my job, and mostly all of my job, is to really get out into the community and start marketing the strengths of our neighborhood so that we can begin to attract and retain the homeowners that we have here. We cannot allow investors to come in and buy up the homes that are for sale. We're at a critical time now. We have a lot of foreclosures, a lot of vacant properties. Guess what's going to happen? Folks from out of state are going to come in and buy these units, and then they're going to rent it out to God knows who. And then there goes the neighborhood. But with the Healthy Neighborhoods approach, we as residents of a block, if you have a house for sale on your block, you get together with your neighbors and say, you know what, we're not just going to leave it up to Shore West Realty to sell this house. We're going to sell it ourselves. Let's have an open house. Let's work with the realtor so that we can ensure the type of homeowners that we want to move into our neighborhood. We want to make sure that the quality of life stays at the way that it is. We want to make sure that we stabilize the neighborhood. We can't let other people do it. This is our neighborhood, we need to take it back. And that's really the gist of what Healthy Neighborhoods is. We've done a lot of positive things. I see a familiar face, Peggy Taylor with Insight. Some of you may have noticed a lot of art projects popping up throughout Sherman Park, specifically in the park itself. There's another art piece inside of Sherman Park, the coffee house. And then there's an art piece featured right at our office location, which is at 3526 West Fond du Lac Avenue. And Insight is an organization that fosters temporary public art. And I've always wanted to bring that element into Sherman Park. That's something that's been missing. So the art pieces that you see are not your traditional art, like your sculptures or paintings. It's more of an interactive art form. If you get an opportunity, drive around your neighborhood and take a look at some of the art pieces. With the funds through Greater Milwaukee Foundation and the Wisconsin Arts Board, we were able to make that possible. In addition to that, we have also worked with the Helen Bader Foundation as well as the City of Milwaukee to offer curb appeal projects for residents who wanted to beautify and the physical appearance of their property. We received over $26,000 of funding, and all residents had to do within the initial featured area was to come up with 5 residents to get together, decide what type of project they wanted to do, and I'll fund it. It was just that easy. I did a kickoff meeting right here in Klieger Auditorium to over 500 households. Guess how many people showed up? 10. I don't know if they thought it was too good to be true, or they just, weren't interested. I got a few people to call me after they started seeing things happening and saying, well, I'm interested in doing it, but I don't really want to work with my neighbors. That was kind of disheartening for me. But those who did participate, 40th Street, the 3000 block on 40th Street was a huge participant. That block has completely turned around, 360 degrees. There was drugs on that block, foreclosed houses. Residents came out and said, enough is enough. I want my neighborhood back. I remember when it looked beautiful. I remember when there were flowers. I remember when there was landscaping that was beyond anybody's imagination. And that's exactly what they did. If you take a drive down the block, there are retaining walls. People painted their houses. They fixed their porches. They put fountains out in the front yard. So it really says a lot about the character of people who live in Sherman Park. And I enlist each and every one of you, like Barry said, it's no longer just in that featured area. It has blossomed. If you're organized in your area, or you need to be organized in your area to start looking at the strengths of your neighborhood, give me a call. I would love to work with each and every one of you. My business card is on the back table. Any questions?
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.